YouTube? What's up? What's going on? I'm here to do Black Ink Crew episode 1. So we gonna get straight into it. So we see that Ryan is back with Rachel, and he says that he's glad to have his family back. We get to the shop, and Charmaine, she was like, I had the most biggest fart and stuff. And then after that, his girlfriend, no, before that, he picks up Charmaine because they was playing, and his girlfriend walks in, and he just dropped her like a bad habit. He dropped her, like literally dropped her, and I was laughing because that shit was funny. That shit was funny. But anywho, um, then we see Ryan comes to the shop, coming in the shop from his tour that he did alone. So he brings merchandise in to show his staff. He got shirts, he got posters, he just got a whole bunch of merchandise. And Charmaine cuts up the shirt. And me and everybody else was like, why would you do that? But um but she cut up the shirt and she was, oh yeah, and she twerked, she did a split, and I'm just sitting there like, what can you expect from Charmaine? So then he tells his staff about this party that he want to have, this 1955 party that he wants to have. Uh, and all his staff is with it, and he tells Danielle that she cannot invite Terrence. I mean, name Terrence. I think that's his name, y'all. Terrence. And I could understand why, because of what happened last season. We saw what happened last season, and plus he was disrespect. Danielle, it's just me and you, just me and you. Danielle, he disrespected the fuck out of you last season, and you are asking why he didn't invite him, and y'all back together and all this type of stuff. Miss me with that bull crap. And I would have been just like Ryan if I was a boss. I would have told Danielle that she can't invite her boyfriend. Period. So then we see Van. Van comes in this Van he rolls up, he pulls up, and he was talking, and he was saying how he didn't invite the non-Mac family to the tour, whatever. And here's my thing, Ron. I understand. I get where you coming from with the whole we supposed to be a family and all that, but if he wanted to do a tour by himself, he can. He's your boss, and that's how I feel about it. He's your boss. And I know what everybody gonna say in the comments. He was talking about family. Yes, he did, but he don't have to take his non-man family every time he does an event. Like, he don't have to do that. And he walked in the shop. He sat down. He was just looking around, and then um um Ryan shows him the merchandise, and he rips it up. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? He ripped up the merchandise. And I'm just sitting there like, really, really, man? Because you mad because he didn't take the nine man family, so you think you can just rip it up? If you was on any other job, you would be fired, bro. You can't just do that, or you would get rolled up. You can't just tear up the merchandise of a business. That is a business at the end of the motherfucking day. And you're wrong. Period, point blank. Wrong, right? You was wrong. And you talking about some, this supposed to be a family. This supposed to be a family. If he wanted to go on the tour by himself, he has the goddamn right to do it. And then he ripped up the poster, and then he rips up he's like, you didn't tell us that you didn't tell me that you was making new t-shirts. My nigga, did you help him get his shop? Really, seriously, did you help him get it? Because if you did, then we need to talk. We need to have a conversation. Because this is the thing, man. This is the thing. You didn't help him get the shop. You didn't help him build his brand. You didn't help him do nothing. You're just a what? Employee. Em- employee. And like he said, this is helping your clients have toilet paper. So miss me with that bullshit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And and he talking about some, we supposed to be a family, and why it can't go in our pocket and all this type of stuff. It can't go in your pocket because he's the boss. He's the guy that called the shots. Same thing I said about living with somebody. When you work for somebody or live with somebody, they call the shots. They call the rules. Ooh, you don't. And Van, I liked you last season, but this season I'm gonna go in on you every single time. I'm gonna go in on you every single time because I feel like you're making it seem like you built his company and you didn't. As a matter of fact, he hired you in. He hired you in. And last season, when you went to jail or boot camp or what the fuck ever, he got up like a prison bus and he had strippers in it and all that, and you want to do him like this? That's some fucking bullshit, bro. And I don't care what nobody fucking say. I don't care. We can agree to disagree in the comments or whatever, but at the same time, man, you wrong. You wrong, bro. But I'm over it. Oh yeah, y'all. And he talking about some, I built this motherfucker up since day one. No, you didn't. Like he said, his name is on the lease. So whoever name is on the lease owns the motherfucker. They call the rules, they call the shots. Period, point blank. It doesn't matter. Same thing when you live with somebody. They call the rules, they call the shots. Not it it goes the same way. They call the rules, they call the shots. Period, point blank. Who you just Van, I'm not gonna like you this season. I'm not. And I'm letting y'all know I'm going to go in on Van every time because I feel like Van is trying to make it seem like he built the company, he owns the company, his name is on the lease. No, bruh. No, no, no. So on the next scene, we see Ashley and, oh my god, what's his name? We see, I can't think of his name, but anyway, Ashley comes in from work, and then she's like, I want to quit my 9 to 5 and stay home with the kids or whatever. And he's like, well, He's like, well, you're not finna just tell me that you finna quit your job because you're gonna expect me to pick up your slack. You're gonna expect me to do it. And then um she was like, well, you're my husband and you're gonna do it. I'm just warning you. And here's the thing. You can't just up and quit your job because you can't do that. You can't. You can't. You just woke up one day from the clear blue sky and said, "Oh, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm just warning you." What do you mean? Because then you gonna expect him to buy you all these nice, expensive things. I will agree with your husband on this one. I will agree with him on this one. You can't just up and quit your job. That's like me. That's like, well, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just saying because the lifestyle that you got accustomed to, he's working, you're working, and stuff like that, and now you want to quit your job to spend time with your family. This is the thing. This is the thing. And I know I'm not gonna hear the end of it. But this is the thing. If you wanted to stay at home with the children and do the motherly thing, that's something that you should have talked to him about when when you and him first got married, not just some pop-up shit that you want to bring up now. No, I agree with your husband on this one. I don't care. Okay, so we see Charmaine and her new man. They at her apartment. They're making lamb chops, and her cousin Danielle and Terrence come over. And she was just throwing shade and all that type of stuff. And I felt like that was just wrong. But she always throws shade at her cousin. But I felt like that was wrong. And she said, "Oh, I'm gonna check Van for not Van, Ryan for telling me that I can't invite my man and all that type of stuff." I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh yeah, and Charmaine. I think that Neek, Neek, that's his name. You moved in with this dude 6 months ago just because he wined you and dined you. I'm looking like this, y'all, because that is a stupid move. How can you just move in with somebody 6 months? Like y'all started dating, y'all started talking, and then y'all moved in 6 months. Like who the fuck does that? But I guess, like I would not be able to do that. We gonna have to be together for some years before I decide if I want to live with you or not, like, or if you want to live with me or not. We gonna have to be together for some years before that happen. Not no goddamn 6 months. No, no, no. I do have to say that he posted something on social media about, and it showed his family saying check him and all this type of stuff. I do have to say, why that was some bitch ass made shit. That it was it freaking was. And look at my hair, y'all. Like I am loving it. Like it is down. One side is down, the other side it still needs work. But I'm just saying, like Ryan, that was a bitch ass move, dog. I don't like stuff like that. Why go on social media? Why you couldn't if you was gonna talk about him, that man, Daniel's boyfriend, why you couldn't just do it to his or her face instead of going on social media. That was some bitch ass shit right there. That was. So we see Rachel and Ryan. They went out to this mount to this thing where you had to climb, and it was cute. It was nice. It was nice. I really can appreciate that. It was nice. That's all I gotta say about it. Wasn't that important to me. And Rachel, I'm not gonna like you because you telling him fire the people you need to fire and hire the people you need to hire. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. What you should have told him was y'all need to sit y'all all everybody at Nine Mag needs to sit down and have a conversation. So I'm not gonna like you. I'm not gonna like you, period. Because what you should have done, like I said, is told him to sit everybody down and have a conversation and clear the air. But you didn't do that. So, and then yeah, what does Van have to be jealous of Ryan about? What does he have to be jealous of Ryan about? Then that's one thing that I know and everybody else knows that he's not jealous of Ryan. Come on now. Come on, Rachel. Rachel, I wanna like you, but I'm not gonna like you this season. I'm not. I'm putting it out there. So for all my Rachel fans, please, we can agree to disagree, but don't be disrespectful in my comment. But like, I'm not gonna like you, Rachel. Like, ugh. Cause Van don't have nothing to be jealous of Ryan of. Nothing. Nothing at all. Period. I do agree with you on one thing. If he wants to go on the, I do agree with you on one thing. If he wants to go on a tour, he can go on the tour. Period. By himself. I agree with you on that. But everything else, I don't agree. Don't agree. So in the next scene, we see four Danielle and I think Charmaine, and they're talking about their favorite porn sites or whatever. And he's and Danielle, she's like, I can't do the. I'm like, really? Okay. And Van says, I mean, not Van. I keep saying wrong name. Four. Four says that he don't watch porn unless it's in HD. I that was funny to me though. That was funny. And it still is. But I'm just saying, like, know, well, different strokes for different folks. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. You're talking about Pornhub is legit. Or you the cat and all. I'm like, I'm like, dang. I'm like, okay. So we see Ryan. He came in the tattoo shop and he washed his hands, and Danielle said, "Hey," and then it just went off, and then she just went off from there. She said, um. But here's my thing, and before I start ranting, because that's what's going to happen. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Here's my thing, Danielle, with you. You could have you could have said, I want to talk to you privately, but no, you didn't do that. You didn't do it. That is my thing. That is my problem with you. But she says, you banned him from the party, and then yada yada yada, and then you post on social media. Only bitches do that. Well, let me say this. You, Ryan, you was wrong for posting on social media. But 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 besides that, everything else you were on point. And then she said you don't own up to your shit. Which I have to agree with Danielle on some side of it, but then I don't agree with Danielle. And then she said, and then you said, and then you was like, I've been nice. And then Ryan was like, I've been nice to you and your punk ass boyfriend. And then she was like, what you not finna do is talk about my man, bitch, and all this type of stuff. And he said, you're fired. And to be honest, and like the and I'm putting my girl out there, like the ghetto you said. You had the right to do that, but you should have. But make sure you have a backup plan. I make sure you have a backup plan because you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get fired, and that's exactly what happened. And he got somebody in there the next day. And then Van came in there like, "What the fuck is this?" And then he was like, "I got somebody new. I fired Danielle, whatever." And then he calls Danielle like he got somebody new in the tattoo shop, and he's like, "Oh, he's a bitch ass nigga," and yada yada yada. That is a man that owns his business. At the end of the day, he owns his business. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna say it again. Van, you seem like you seem like you think you the boss instead of the employee. You just the employee at the end of the day. Okay, so we see that we see um what's her name? Oh my god, I can't. I don't know why my mind going blank, but I can't think of her name. But she walks into the shop and she says, "Hey," to Arzana, whatever her name is. She's the new receptionist, and she was like, "Okay, I know, I got it now." Charmaine was like, "Why? I knew you was mad, but you really did it." And I'm like, yeah, that's what happens in the job market. That's what happens when you on a job and you talk reckless to your boss. That's what happens. You get fired and you get replaced with somebody else. But let me say this too. Ryan, you should have nipped this in the bud a long time ago. You should have nipped it in the bud a long time ago. But yeah. Yeah. And then Van comes in the shop and he's like, who is this? And he like, she's the new receptionist. And he goes and FaceTimes Danielle talking about some we supposed to be a family and all that bull crap. Then I can respect that. But at the end of the day, he's the boss. His name is on the lease, and that's the bottom line. It's nothing else to be had. It's nothing else to be said. Cause like I said, when you live with somebody and you work for somebody, they are the boss. They call the shots. They call the shots. At the end of the motherfucking day, they call the shots. And I'm gonna say this too, man. If Cause you do bomb tattoos, I ain't even gonna hold you up. You do bomb tattoos. If you feel that strongly about it, this is what I'm gonna say to you. Get your own shop. Get your own lease. Do what you want to do at your own shop. But until then, You can't really do nothing about that. Sorry, but that's the way it is. And Charmaine, she talking about something. I would have felt that way too about you making a post about my boyfriend. True enough. True enough. True enough. If another dude made a post about my girlfriend, I'm gonna feel some type of way. But at the end of the day, she went about it the wrong way, and that's just how I feel about it. And Danielle, when you was video chatting with Van and you was sitting there talking about some he don't give a fuck about the family, and I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like that's true. I feel like he's making boss decisions because he is the boss. He was your boss, but you wanted to go and pop off and you didn't expect to get fired. So I mean, what the fuck, bruh? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So Daniel goes to Los Angeles to see Kat, and they started talking. And she says Ryan had the nerve to fire me, and she was like, "Why?" And Danielle was like, "Over some personal shit." No, he decided to fire you because you were being disrespectful, calling him out his name as a bitch. That's disrespectful. You came at him wrong, and that is why he fired you. Then Daniel went from that to crying about her miscarriage. Now I'm gonna be sympathetic. I'm sorry that you and Terrence lost a baby. I am because that has to be hard for anybody. That has to be hard for anybody to lose a child or just lose life. Periods. I understand. But at the end of the day, you were being disrespectful to Ryan, and that is why he fired you. And like my girl, the ghetto view said, if you, I understand how you feel about your man, but make sure you have another job in place. That's it. And she also was crying about because she said she's 25 and I think she's 20, no, she's 26, and she feels like she's not doing nothing in her life. I was where you are, Danielle, and let me tell you something. You can always find something to do. Go to school, do something. You can always find something to do. It's plenty of things to do. I mean, it's plenty of stuff to do. It's always plenty of stuff to do. So we're at the Nine Mag party. Um, I forgot that guy name. I gotta get his name. Anyway, that guy was there and he said that he went all out and he did. It looked fun. I wanted to be there. That's how fun it was. I wish I was there, but hey, they didn't. But hey, um, yeah. Charmaine was there and she was like, I can't wait to show my man off and I wish my girl Danielle and somebody else was there. Um, Ryan, he says that Nine Mag been open for 4 years and you damn right I want to celebrate with the people that's been there for me since day one. And I agree. Turn the fuck up, Ryan. That's right. Turn the freak up, bruh. That's what I'm talking about. Charmaine, Charmaine shows off her boyfriend to everybody, and she says his name is Neek. And Ashley is like, finally, yes, Finally, she got a man so she can leave mine the freak alone. And I'm like, here we go. Ashley, this is where I gotta go in on you. Because you sat up there and told Charmaine's man that she fucked your man and all this type of stuff, and we had our differences in the past. Why did you have to tell him that? Like I feel like you were trying to start some mess, and then when Van got mad, like you we come on so we can go, and he went outside and he was kicking stuff and then your friend, when she said you're absolutely wrong, I was doing this. Like, yep. You was absolutely wrong because you didn't have to tell him that. You didn't have to say nothing like that. You could have just said, you know what I'm saying? We had our differences in the past, but we good now. But instead of you doing that, you went beyond and overboard. And you like Don, why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad? I would be mad too. Period. And your friends study telling you, just get in the car, just get in the car, just get in the car, just get in the car. And you still on this. I don't know why he mad. And he put off and he almost ran your fucking foot over. And see, that's never mind, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to get too disrespectful. But you you wonder why he mad, but look at what you did. I would have been mad too. God, like just Ashley. Sometimes, shh, don't say nothing. And I bet you know for next time. And your friend told you that you was dead ass wrong, and that would have been me. That would have been me like, you was wrong. I don't know what you want me to say, but you was wrong as two left shoes. You was wrong. And her friend talking about some now I gotta go to y'all house so that y'all won't kill each other. And it shouldn't have to be that way. You shouldn't have opened up your mouth like this. Oh, like okay, right. So Van he comes into the party, and here's what I'm gonna say. Ryan, you was wrong for throwing them chips, and then Van, you was wrong for turning your back. This nigga Ryan came to pick you up from jail. I don't know who got their hits in. We don't know that, but it's going this is going to be a good season. And I'm sorry for the long review, but I told y'all I had an opinion. So this was just my opinion. Follow me on all my social medias and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Um which my next video will be um Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So yeah. Peace.